Let's rock and roll.
Call roll, please.
Branson.
Here.
Jacobson.
Here.
Blackman.
Here.
Sorry. Jaden.
Here.
Waltner.
Present.
Minutes of the last meeting.
Move to accept.
Second.
All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Vouchers and salaries.
Move to accept. Second.
Jacobson.
Yes.
Blackman.
Yes.
Jaden.
Yes.
Waltner.
Yes.
Branson.
Yes.
Financial report.
Move to accept as presented.
Second.
Blackman.
Yes.
Jaden.
Yes.
Waltner.
Yes.
Branson.
Yes.
Jacobson.
Yes.
The District 3 agreement, you should have any questions or?
Make a motion to enter an agreement with District 3.
Second.
Jaden.
Yes.
Waltner.
Yes.
Branson.
Yes.
Jacobson.
Yes.
Blackman.
Yes.
Freeman Athletic Association donation. Any questions? What is it, 46?
46,
Don't
41.
be looking.
Is this budgeted?
Yes.
It is.
Budgeted 5, I think.
Move to accept. Second.
Waltner.
Yes.
Branson.
Yes.
Jacobson.
Yes.
Blackman.
Yes.
Jaden.
Yes.
Campground management.
You wanna
Go
with
for it.
No.
Why?
It's,
Why? The state don't even use this. We got 6 campsites or whatever it is.
It's, what's really nice about it is you know who's coming there.
If
As soon as,
When?
well, as soon as they scan it. So
it'll,
that way, the cop will get a notification right away.
If they use it.
Right, but if the cop drives by, he knows, all right, today we're supposed to have 3 people there. Drives by and the campsite's full. Well, obviously half of them haven't paid.
I don't think it's necessary. We're too small. I mean, cop, nah.
it doesn't.
I don't think it's
It
necessary.
doesn't cost us anything other than whoever uses it will lose 10% off of it, but it's managed. We have no other expense to it. I see the one plus to it is for the people who want to do it, and second of all, if they do use it, it does send it, we can get the notification to go out to police, can go to
So
you.
what happens if there's people there that don't use it, and then the people there that did use it have paid, and they come and they don't have a site?
No, they,
It's first come, first served.
they have to,
How it
they,
operates.
They can't pay for it ahead of time?
no, we wouldn't go to, we could, but we wouldn't go to reserve, because we haven't started reserve yet.
It'd still be the first come, first served.
So it costs 10, we get 10% less than what we
Correct.
normally would get.
But
So
they collect the money.
is it that much of a benefit to lose 10%?
So we would have lost this year, from the numbers that you said, we would have lost $300. 348 or whatever.
If everybody uses
For
it.
electricity and
Well,
15 for
from what the
water.
money we collected,
So basically $2.
from what she had said.
$2 per tire.
So,
It was like
Per
3,000.
night. It's 10%, so.
That's what.
and we could adjust the things, absorb that.
Right. Yeah, so last year, roughly, you said, Lisa, $3,840 is what we brought, what the campsite brought in last year.
We usually average a little over 3,000.
And that would be if everybody used it,
Correct.
but not everybody's gonna use it, we know that.
You don't have to use it anymore.
No,
Well, we would try and train the people to,
Right.
it-
if you're gonna.
How are you gonna train people that are traveling through to use it? They'll either use it or won't use it.
Right, but I mean, technically the cop's supposed to be stopping there regardless anyway, right? To make sure the people are paying.
Right.
And that's the way it's been in the past. So if he's getting a notification, as soon as somebody scans in, he's getting a notification, he knows exactly who has paid and who hasn't. And he stops in to talk to people. I mean, it's as simple as, hey, scan here, you can pay with anything. Credit card, PayPal, Venmo, it's all linked through it, right on your phone, and it's taken care of, comes right to the city then. Then we don't have to go over and collect the box.
You're gonna anyway, because you're not gonna get 100%.
No, we know that.
Well, yes, I agree with that, but I think more people would be apt to use this rather than pay. I guarantee you there's people now that are going in there and not using anything or not leaving anything. At least here's a way of tracking it, somewhat a way of tracking it. So they drive by and
If they're
know.
not gonna pay, that don't matter if this is plastered on every campground, every site, they ain't gonna pay.
Yeah,
If it's not required to use it, then they ain't gonna pay. I mean, if you go with the intentions of not paying, you're not gonna use this.
I would agree with that statement, 100%. But, I don't know, I just thought it was a nice.
You have a way of tracking it. If they don't pay, like he says, Byron can go by there and say, well, I don't see you on our app thing, charge it in, so
It's in the box, I can go and see it.
then he opens it up and looks.
The point of that. I mean, I don't understand that. You're trying to make less work, but there is no less work. It's costing the city 10%.
If they use it.
But the one thing I guess is the people that don't carry cash or checks with them, they can pay.
They can still come in here with a credit card,
They can, yes.
They do.
but
If you open.
or they,
Do you have a lot of people that come in with a credit
or
card?
they call
And
us.
if we do have a credit card, how much do we lose on that?
Nothing. 0. They pay the 3%, 2.75. We don't eat anything.
She adds it to there.
You add it on.
Yep, and we tell them that up front.
Yeah, so in theory, we could build it into the rates.
What do you think, guys? What do you want to do? You want to try it? Is it,
There's a contract, but is all that is,
It's a year.
can we
Or
try
your
it this
contract.
year and then we don't like it?
yeah, we don't have to renew it. That's what, first thing I asked. I said, if there's, what the contract, he says it's a yearly contract.
Yeah.
The other thing they can do, which costs money, which I'd like to do, but they can also put monitors on the power, so you could tell if someone's using power or not using power.
Not if they pay for power or not.
And you could track it that way too, but that's an extra fee that adds.
I don't think that's necessary.
I don't
just
either.
This time, I mean, that's something that we can add later if all goes well and what have you, but.
You're gonna have people that are gonna beat any system you
Well,
put out.
right.
Guaranteed.
We know that.
The only people I can see where this is advantageous to are the, I don't want to call them the honest people, but the people that don't have a check or have cash.
But more and
You know,
more
it's
people
another
are
way.
doing this. I mean,
You know, it's more for them than to catch those. I mean, those,
a lot of people, that's for them will be the convenience of just doing it without having to write a check or leave them the money.
Do we
You know.
bump the rate to cover it, the 10%? Would we?
Well, if we feel we need to, we should.
then they, you
Hurt
know,
anything, like Lonnie said last meeting, we've raised the rates on everything else, I mean,
We never raised the rates on camping, did we? We did?
correct.
Just, you raised the rates in camping, what, in '22, I believe?
Yeah, but we didn't this year.
No.
Well, it's been a while, but they're right. Well, I don't know.
I think we looked last year.
Electric spot at the state's what, $38?
That was only 19.
That's gone up. I didn't look to see what the rates were in state spots, but I mean, why, it could be just a hair under them, I mean.
It'll be over then. They want to find a state
Get
park.
right.
They want to find a state park
Right.
around here, go for it.
Right.
excuse me.
How do we keep track of when they park there and how long they've been there? Because we've been having discussions about, what, 2 weeks? Is that
Weeks.
what we're at?
That's what we
2
said.
weeks and they gotta move, so how are we keeping track of that?
Yes. The police. I mean, it's still gonna be the police that has to do all that.
So he's going by there every night and checking to see who's there and then makes
He
no.
goes and gets the money, or he'll stop in, or I'll go get it once in a
No.
while if I drive by.
And I want him to go by there to monitor it.
Right, I'm just asking, I don't know what this thing can do or whatnot, but we talk about
So
all these other issues that we have there. And then, so if this is something that can solve some of those issues, then why not? But if it's not something that's gonna solve all our issues and it's just a caveat for the few people that will actually use it, then I don't know if I see the actual need for it. You know what I'm saying? For just
Last meeting,
5 people.
last meeting, we said 14 days for the month,
Per month.
the whole month. If you're gonna stay more than 14 days, you have to come to the council
Right.
and get a permit to stay.
Well, Cody, run it up the flagpole if you want. You can make a motion if you'd like, and see if you get a second, we'll vote on it, and see who salutes it.
I'll make a motion to accept it.
Okay. Is there a second?
I'll second it. We'll make a vote.
Franson,
Yes.
Jacobson,
No.
Lockman,
Yes.
Jaden,
No.
Waltner.
Yes. We'll try it for a year.
I kind of like it with 5 councilmen only.
No threat to you, huh?
I don't have to make a decision here. Do you have it, Charlie? The lifeguard? Or quote, I don't know who.
We've got 2 applicants. One is Mackenzie Sharberg, and what is it, Burns?
Braylon,
Braylon?
Barons.
Barons. Braylon. Lifeguards. The one looks like she had part-time at the Parker Pool and
She still is. She's at the park.
Parker Pool, but she'd fill
She
in.
would like more hours.
She'd be willing to fill in, and Mackenzie, I think, too, would be the same way. She'd more of a fill-in than full-time. Is that how you understood it?
Mackenzie's not certified, the other one is, or?
She's going to get her certification today, or this week.
This week.
Yeah.
But the other one is certified because she has
Correct.
been at a pool, so. I'd make a motion we hire both, of course, pending that they have their certifications in place.
$15 per hour.
Yes.
You get yeah,
I didn't get a second.
Second.
yeah. All those in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
Amazing, for the first day of the pool opening, as cold as it was earlier in the week, they had a
Jeez.
warm day opening.
What?
They had a warm day to have the pool opening on the 1st of June.
The water wasn't warm.
No.
Lonnie, you got anything?
No.
You good? Aaron?
I guess first thing, water tower is still not up and going, so we're still on a water restriction.
Oh, thank you, I was gonna ask, I
How,
forgot.
how soon do they think they have it before it's?
I don't, do we get anything today or yesterday on?
I know, he was gonna call him today and he was sick. Basically, it sounded like about.
Gotta be
once they
getting
get going,
close.
getting about a week, so.
Yeah, they haven't been able
I
to do
suppose-
much with the,
Cold and rain probably hasn't helped them.
Started yet till probably this afternoon, I imagine. Huh?
yeah, so I guess if we could send out a message again about that to remind everybody that we are still on a odd even water restriction for everybody. And have her post that on social media and everything for that. And then we need to get the greens plugged at the golf course. Try to do it once or twice a year. To that time for me to do that now. Quote we got was $1,650 to get that done. And then we're gonna ask for volunteers to help do it. It's a little bit labor strain on our team to get it done, so we're gonna ask the golf teams to help out. So if I get that done, we can get it done on the 16th, or that's when we would like to get it done. So I'd like to make a motion that we get the greens plugged for $1,650.
Second.
Jacobson,
Yes.
Blackman,
Yes.
Jaden,
Yes.
Weltner,
Yes.
Ranson.
You think they'll help?
What's that?
You think they'll help?
I know one of them will.
Fireman's reports, but that's,
You said the 16th?
Yeah. It's a Monday after the hospital tournament.
that's one.
After they tore it up.
Yeah. Yep. So,
And he usually
That's not
starts right away,
Friday, isn't it?
6 o'clock in the morning, so he's,
It's on a weekend, but he wants to do it that following Monday.
I'm sorry?
It's on a weekend, right, the tournament is, and he wants to do it that.
It's on Friday.
It's on Friday, isn't
That
it?
following Monday.
he wants to do that following Monday after the hospital.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anything else, Aaron?
No, I think that's it right now.
Tournaments.
I heard I talked about that. Getting that. So,
Good.
yep.
Thank you, Zach. Library, the Friends of the Library would like to donate a bench for the patrons to sit on inside the stoop area.
It's the
Yeah.
alcove or whatever you
Alcove
call
area,
it.
whatever you want to call it, so. I suggested that they ask the Lions Club, I think we still do the plastic bag thing, don't we?
They're still collecting them. I'm not sure if they've found a way to get them to where they have to get done, but
Okay. So I know Sam used to take care of
Yeah.
that. So. Other than that, not much else on
You
that.
good?
and I don't know, I know Shelley was
bench at?
Inside the stoop area.
where the
Where
bike,
the drop
where the bike
box
rack is.
Yeah.
I know that Shelley was gonna be here, but she's still away from, she's in Watertown, she's heading back. The FCDC had Healthy Hometown, they got awarded some grant for some benches for Main Street. And I don't know, was someone at that
I don't
meeting
remember.
with them? I wasn't.
It's been so long.
So they've got some benches coming, so I don't know if that plays into it or not, but,
Good.
and she wanted to bring that up, but I think they have 5 benches, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, it's either that or the Friends of the Library want to purchase them.
Yeah.
Where are they gonna put them?
So I just,
I'm not sure where all.
They're not permanently mounted down, I don't.
Huh?
They're not permanently mounted down,
No,
are they?
no, they won't.
No, we can't have
Because
that.
they're gonna have to take them off in the winter.
Well, be my thought too, but I guess I don't know all the details to that, to be honest, right now. She was going to try to get here in time for public input, and she didn't make that, but I said we can bring it up in committee, but I don't think she's going to probably make that at the rate we're going.
Charlie,
Nothing,
you got your lifeguards hired?
yeah, it's going to be a summer battle all the way with that, till the pool closes, they keep it going.
Cody?
Lisa, was there a message put out about sump pumps getting out of the sewer?
I
You
don't,
mean
did
on
she not
a
put it out?
text?
I didn't see one, I guess, so
Okay.
just a reminder, I know Wade said that just a little bit of rain we had, the flow was up again this morning, so
Really?
there's obviously
Yeah, it was
some pumps still,
145 yesterday and 240 today.
All right, I'll get it
it's
out.
up a little bit, and there wasn't a ton of rain, but
No,
it's
it's
still extra
amazing.
water that we don't need to
It's a
be.
lot for a half-inch rain.
I know, that's what surprises me. I'm
Right.
just wondering, is it running in someplace else too?
Well, there's gotta be some infiltration too,
Infiltration.
just through some of the
We had that
cold.
one out over here that we think is doing that from last year too. We're not
Right.
sure where it's at, so.
Which one is that?
On Juniper between 5th and 7th.
Somewhere where we have some.
Yeah, we're thinking that maybe the old,
Where the old
Trailer park.
was, right?
yeah.
Rural water still smoke test?
Yeah, we've talked to them about that, so. That's,
Be a good way to find it.
Yeah.
Problem is we gotta have a wet year. It shows up a heck of a lot better in a wet year rather than a dry year.
The ground is too, not as porous,
Yeah.
absorb it.
That's all I have, I guess.
So, you good? Wade?
I was just gonna ask, Wade, how's it doing on the water tower? Are we, there for a while, we were pretty critical when it was
Tank.
dry.
We were down to 2 foot yesterday.
Yesterday.
We were down.
BY cannot supply us as much as they normally do, so that's
Right.
why they were keeping the restriction.
No, I got that. I was just wondering if it's better now than it was back then, but it hasn't gotten any better.
No, I think our usage has gone down a little bit, but they're supply has gone down also,
Yep.
so didn't help us any.
Hopefully.
Wade?
My biggest thing is the lagoon. We got another tote of peroxide yesterday for out there. We're doing wet tests on Monday, which is basically we have to send off to Minnesota for them to do a minnow and a flea, need to live in it for like a week. And then once that passes, we plan to discharge. So we're probably looking at discharge in maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks from now. To get basically, so the first, or the 2 ponds on the west side, we can get those. So if we do get more rain, or a big rain again, then we can have more storage room. Talked to the Sunflow guy for the aeration units for those 2. The, what did I tell you, the dissolved oxygen probes won't be in until like the 5th of July. However, by the end of this week, he's supposed to call me with a plan that they can actually put them in, get them running. And then when those probes come in, then they'll come down and install those probes.
Send a diver down.
I said Lisa was gonna swim out and bring them back in, but she didn't like that idea.
Are your second and third, or second, excuse me, third and fourth stage ponds full?
No,
They're not full?
no, but we're getting them so we can start moving water.
Any other questions for,
I see on Cedar, you're marking some huge holes. You gotta fill them in.
I don't know who marked those. We
That
didn't
wasn't you
mark
guys?
those.
I thought you were marking them.
No,
'cause they-
no, I don't know who did that. I saw that too, but we did not mark those. But yeah, thank you. The patcher's ready to go, so I guess the first part of next week we'll go get oil now that it's in the 70s again.
Do you know when they're coming to do that?
I thought it was the end of this month.
Well, we're gonna have to hurry up and get that patched. then.
So we have to get all the blowouts and stuff patched before they can do that.
Oh, yeah, otherwise it's.
That's what I thought the original plan was, the end of this month, but I don't hold me to that.
Yeah, well, next week, if you're waiting for oil till next week, that's the middle of the month.
Yeah.
Time flies nowadays.
Problem is that oil was only good for what, 5 to 7 days once you get it, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so,
It's got a shelf life, huh?
you know. But once we get it, if everything's working good, we can fly through it, no problem.
Somebody must be having fun with the break in.
They're getting some big ones over there.
Yeah. And they look cleaned out. That's why I thought you guys were.
They were even cleaned out?
They look like it. You know,
Really?
I drive by, I'm not beat out from tires.
Tires, yeah, but usually more stuff, especially after rain, it'll run in.
The other one is for the sidewalk in front of the community center, get that hot heave in there. We got a plan for that this summer.
Will you ever do anything with the fans?
I was gonna ask that.
Weightlifting? Aaron?
Not that I'm aware of.
Because we talked that we should put a fan in there, right? I mean,
Fans, and not on the floor. We
no, mount them high on the wall
high enough so no one hits them with their head and hang them down.
to get the air moving.
okay? Anything else?
Nope, I think-
You good? You sure?
Probably not.
Well, I haven't heard it. I haven't heard anything, Wade, so Lisa, do you have anything that? We do not have executive session tonight.
Wow.
Our next meeting will be June 17th. Am I correct about looking? I will entertain a motion, unless somebody else has something else, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed can stay.